Hello YouTube, and thanks for checking out the video. I haven't been able to get camping this week because I've had a bad back basically, so I haven't been able to carry anything or walk too far. So I thought while I'm housebound, I'll give you a run through of some of the gear that I've got, or all of the gear that I've got, including bags, shelters, tents, mess kits, sleeping equipment and stuff like that. I was thinking of maybe doing 4 or 5 short videos and concentrating on each individual section, so to speak. So I hope it's of some interest to you. Wherever I can, I'll give you as much detail as I can, and I'll put links down in the description box below as to where I got things from, or contact details and things like that. So I hope it's I hope you enjoy the video anyhow. Okay. Right. I'll start at this end here. I'll work my way that way round the room till we get to the end of the bags. I'll start with the modern ones I've got at first. Okay. So I'll just move one out of the way here. I've had to write myself a list of what they are, any names, sizes and things like that, so you'll see me referring to the list. But the first one that I've got here is a Technicals Helvellyn 55+10, and that's actually that actually belongs to the lovely Mrs. Tuck. So that's the purple one there, and the one underneath it, the red one underneath it, is an OAX Valo, which is a 50-60, and that's actually mine. And then we've got this one here, which is a Mountain Warehouse carrying, and that's an 80 litre one. So they're all pretty much standard, bog standard. If they've got a frame, it'll be it's internal. Yeah, that's just the modern ones really. They tend to use them for holidays and things such as that. The one that I moved out of the way, going on to the older stuff now, is a Polish Puma. It's got the Puma pattern. Don't know if you can see that there. Yeah. It's just basically an army bag, but it's just a bucket bag. There's no side pockets or anything like that. It's pretty much standard. It's quite a heavy duty cotton, and it's got a UPVC or polyurethane base, waterproof base to it there. Okay, so that's those ones. We've got a further round. If you can see that there. This one's a British Army 30 to 40 litre day bag. That one also belongs to the lovely Mrs. T. We use that if we're just doing a simple overnight camping, just a one-nighter. We do bigger ones if we're going out for any longer. Next to that one is a Dutch Army 80 litre with the rocket pouches on the side. I think it's a low alpine Sting it's based on. Quite a heavy bag. I think it's something around 2.5 kilos in weight just for the bag, but it's really comfortable to wear. Next one over, just move you around a bit. Next one over is another Dutch Army one. I do like my Dutch gear. It's a 35 litre day sack with pouches on it. I put the pouches on separately. It's got the big side pockets and the pouches. And then next to that one, I'll move some of this rubbish out my way. Next to that one is a heavy duty canvas. I think it's a French Alpini, but it is a vintage one. It's got the draw. Instead of having a drawstring at the top, it's actually got a draw chain. But I found that's really comfortable to wear. It can carry a lot. It must be 40 to 50 litres at least, but it's a really comfortable. It's cavernous inside. Behind that one, behind the Alpini, there's actually a French F1 rucksack, one of the, I think they're about 25 litre. And I do have another one of those which I've modified slightly and made it into a crossbody bag. So basically I just unhooked the back straps at the bottom, put some plastic clips on, and now it's a good crossbody bag. Talking about crossbody bags, I'll just move you down a touch. Quite a lot of shoulder bags, stroke crossbody bags. That's an Austrian Army shoulder bag. Absolutely, it's probably 25 litres. It's got all the straps underneath for your bedding or for a carry mat. It's got straps on top, strapping points on top there, and it's just a heavy duty nylon. Got a few, 2 or 3 Romanian Army bread bags. I'm sure I needn't go into detail about those. They're pretty awesome. Loads of strapping points. So I've got a couple of them. A couple of respirator bags, and that's my French F1 that I modified underneath there. So that's that wall. I'm going to have to move the camera around just so you can see the next wall. Right, so this is the next wall towards the end now. Good old LK35, which I've modded slightly. I have actually put, there's a belt on it now, a hip belt with some pouches on it, and then down the side of the actual body of the rucksack I've put some bungee cord, put some eyelets in, and then put some bungee cord through. Yeah, it loses a lot of its waterproofness, but anytime I put anything in it, it goes in a bag, dry bags or whatever anyhow, so that sort of counteracts that. I just have to remember to keep doing it. And I've also got a chopped up an old closed cell foam mat to give it some structure inside, which also doubles up as a sitting mat if I want to use it like that. So that's my LK35. I have a 35 ST external frame. I think they're Air Force, no, Swedish Air Force or whatever, I don't know. That's that one under there. I've yet to use that one. And then I've got a vintage telemark, canvas telemark here, which I've used quite a lot, and I find, to be honest, I find the 35 ST to be comparable to the LK35, if not slightly better. That might be blasphemy to some of you, but it's just what I think. I don't know, I tend to use the ST35 more than I do the LK35. Yeah, so that's the majority of, well, if not all my bags. Yeah, that's all the bags that I've actually got for camping, bushcrafting, not that I do much bushcraft. It's certainly all the bags that I've got to use anyhow. I dare say that won't be the end of it. I'm like I'm a hoarder, I'm a prepper, whatever you want to call it. I'm a collector. Anything that I fancy getting, if something takes my fancy, I'll buy it, unfortunately. I have a long suffering Mrs. T, but she puts up with my foibles. So yeah, the majority of all the Dutch bags and the British Army bag, the Alpini. Yeah, I think it's the majority of the bags, to be honest, actually came from Military Mart. So it's militarymart.co.uk. Just asked to speak to Dave. The shoulder bags, I think the majority of them came from Military Mart. There's one or two I actually got from a place called Forces Uniform and Kit. I'll put the link in the description below. Yeah, I mean, I've got little add-ons. I've got little bits that you can add on to the such as the Dutch Day bag. There's a 10 litre. I want to call it an extension, but it actually sits on the front. There's a couple of clips that sit. When you've got it on your shoulder straps, there's 2 clips, and this extension which is here. It's one of these. I've actually got 2 of these. It's got these plastic clips that clip onto your shoulder straps here, so you could carry a sleeping bag or food or whatever in it. And I think it's about 10-15 litres thereabouts. But it's made out of the same stuff as the main sack. It's actually an addition to the main rucksack. So if you're wanting to carry a little bit more, you can just add this to it. Other than that, I think that about sums it up, to be honest. If you've got any questions, just drop us drop it in the comments. Like I say, I'll try and do another there'll be a short video on like my sleeping gear, sleeping bags, quilts, mats and things like that. I think I'll probably do shelters and tents all together, because I have multiple tents and I have multiple shelters. When I say shelters, I mean tarps and plush palachas and lavus. I mean, I've got 3 lavus. I've got 2 size 2 and a size 3 replica. So yeah, I'll try and do that anyhow. So there could be 3 or 4 of these videos, but I hope you find them interesting, and it might give you an idea as to what I'm going to use and how I'm going to use it and when and things like that. You know, I mean, you can put a request in and for me to use a particular item, and I'll endeavour to do that. Like I said, like I've always said, I'm only doing this for a laugh, for my benefit. It's just nice to be able to take you a lot along with me sometimes. So yeah, I think that about sums it up for my bags anyhow. I've certainly got plenty of them. I've got half of this. I mean, half of this room. It's a bedroom. It was a bedroom, and half of it's taken up with my snakes, and the other half is taken up just with camping gear. So yeah, hope you find it interesting anyhow. If you do, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Bang the like button. I'd appreciate that as well, because it helps. And I'll catch you again next time. Okay? Cheers. Canvas camping.